Yesterday, I was talking about Mamata Goyal. She left by the time I was talking. Or the people who were in whose houses we did Bhagavatam, but and also in this group. There are 3-4 people in this group where we did Bhagavatam. I started the name with Mamata ji.
Yes, uncle, by mistake, I just pressed the wrong button. Then I was not able to join again.
Doesn't matter. Narayan. Yeah. So that is the thing. And today, one more thing, how God is arranging several beautiful things. You know, I have put the videos of Dubai Rukmani Kalyanam. Everywhere we used to do like that. Mamata's house, Gayatri's house, Lalita's house, Harsha's house. Everywhere it's a grand thing. So I didn't want to abruptly stop Rukmani Kalyanam and not do anything. Something token at least we wanted to do. I just telephoned a few hours back to another most dependable friend, Ramesh Jairaman. He and his wife, though all token, but it will be full because they are doing all aspects. Token, because I've not given them the time. But whatever basics you need, they are doing it beautifully. So we'll have at the end, good Rukmani Kalyanam too, helped by Ramesh Jairaman and his wife. That's how God works. And when I said this, Mrs. Jairaman was thrilled. She said, I wanted to Rukmani Kalyanam in our house, how God brings it. That's how really God brings things. Okay. So we saw yesterday, Rasalila, people, as they are born, they go after joys of the world. For that they gather artha, for kama, artha, and after some time they follow dharma. And for all these karma, these used both laukika, alaukika karmas. And when the right time comes, they turn spiritual. That is because of the punya you have gathered through your good karmas. Like the Gopika Vastra Paharadam, punya karma they did. So they could join with Bhagavan, revel with Bhagavan, meditate with Bhagavan. And there few people who could not come, their intensity of identification with Bhagavan was so much, they left their lives but merged in Bhagavan even before the other people could start dancing. Because it's all in the mind. And then these people try to experience the self in themselves through meditation. Final merger is Rukmani Kalyanam, which we are going to do later. Kuchelopakyanam comes much later. That is the 80th chapter of the 10th skandha. 52nd to 54 is Rukmani Kalyanam. But traditionally, we stop with Rukmani Kalyanam. So I am doing Kuchelopakyanam earlier. So we start Kuchelopakyanam. What is Kuchelopakyanam? Basis. What is the basics of Kuchelopakyanam? God doesn't need your spending 100 crores for a yajna, because people have done like that. 100 crores, 1,000 crores for a yajna. In Bhagavatam, Bhagavan ridicules it. He says it's all pomp and show. I don't need it. And there are people, genuinely also they may do elaborately, but Bhagavan says, I also don't need it. Even genuinely doing. Some people do it, but with Veda Bhavana. See God different, them different. Some people do things perfectly, but they do not see God everywhere and treat all as God. It is rare people who risen above the plane of duality, see only God, go beyond all their imperfections and personal challenges and problems. Only Bhagavan. Such people, Bhagavan said, I take care. And he keeps up the promise in Kuchela. Kuchela never asked Bhagavan, even though he came for that, he never asked. But Bhagavan himself blesses him. And you will see, if I forget also, you must remind me, the spirit with which Bhagavan gives. It's not that, oh, you need money, come take, you are my friend. No, no, no. He keeps his dignity, Kuchela's dignity. We will see all that. It's not that giving and taunting. It's total recognition of the dignity of his friend. That is Kuchela Pakyana. What is Kuchela? Chela means cloth. Tamil also Chela is there. A lot of Tamil words are there in Sanskrit. Panam, money, exchange. Takchar, carpenter. Like that, several words are there. Chela is cloth. Kuchela, one whose cloth is also torn because he is in such poverty. And if Tamil, there is a proverb. If somebody has 5 girls, Arasano Andi Aidwan. Even king will become a beggar. Here, our Kuchela Baba had 27 girls. They are the stars. All the stars that we have are Kuchela's children. 27 girls. Right? You must imagine his poverty. And a person who will not go and ask anybody. Not because he's arrogant. His faith in God, he will take care of me. He's not arrogant. His faith in God, he will take care of me. He will give me what I need. And that was his faith. And then what else? People do yajnayagas and so much. They only have the satisfaction of doing, could not feel Bhagavan. Here, somebody comes with a torn cloth into a palace. Imagine the size of the palace, because if one queen is there, her own section should be a complete palace. 1,600 wives. Imagine the size of the palace. Imagine the luxury. Lakshmi herself is there. In that, this Kuchela goes, torn cloth, probably no chappal. Bhagavan leaves everything, including Lakshmi, comes and hugs. We'll see. There are beautiful slokas we will see. All that for what? He didn't do any yajna, he didn't do any yaga. He didn't do any yajna, he didn't do any yaga. He just had pure love, pure mind. That's all. Bhagavan is so easy to get with pure love and pure mind. Na dhanena, na tyagena, na prajaya. Not by all these things you can gain Bhagavan. Right? It's bhaktya. In Gita he says, you cannot get me through any other thing, only through bhakti. You can get me only through bhakti. Total bhakti. And he's bhakta paradhina. He's bhakta paradhina. A unique relationship. Unique relation. Bhagavan feels he is the servant of the devotee. Devotee feels he is the servant of Bhagavan. Right? Let us see these verses. Krishnasya asit sakha kachit Brahmanaha Brahma Vittamaha Virakta Indriya Artheshu Prashantatma Jitendriyaha. Krishna had a friend, not merely Brahmana by birth, but Brahma Vittamaha, Virakta Indriya, detached from sense pleasures and all that, Artheshu, material things, Prashantatma, quiet, peaceful mind, Jitendriyaha, having conquered the senses. You and I, all of us, earn money for happiness. The very reason we depend on money, happiness is shattered within us. A person who has conquered his desires by conquering the mind, by conquering the senses, he has no desires, therefore prashantatma. Tasya bharya kuchelasya tachama tatavitaha. His wife, under high poverty, Pativrata Patim Praha, she said to husband, Mlayata Vadanena, with shrunken face, Sa Daridra Sidamanena, Vepamanavi Gamyacha. She, in extreme poverty, completely failing structure, shaking, she approached her husband. How the modern ladies will tell. என்னங்க அங்க உங்க ஃப்ரெண்டு கிருஷ்ணர் இருக்காரு, அவர் வந்து எல்லாருக்கும் பண்றாரு, நீங்க போனா பண்ண மாட்டாரோ? ஏங்க இங்க உட்கார்ந்து இருக்கீங்க 27 பேர் பெத்துட்டு? This is how you will talk. But how did she tell? Let us see. Nanu Brahman Bhagavataha Sakha Sakshat Sriyah Patihi Brahmanyascha Sharanyascha Bhagavan Sattvatarshavaha. And I told you this is how we talk. What did she do? Vepamanabhigamyacha. Even to ask this, tell this, she was shivering because she knows her husband. She doesn't like all this. What he will tell, she doesn't know. So Vepamanacha, shivering, she approaches. Nanu Brahman, Brahmana, Bhagavataha, Sakha, Sakshat, Sriyapatihi. Your friend is Lakshmipati. Brahmanyascha, Sharanyascha, Bhagavan, Sattvatarshavaha. For Brahmanas, for people who surrender to him, this Bhagavan take care of them. Tamupaiti Mahabhaga Sadhunam cha Parayanam Dasyanti Dravinaha Bhuri Sidi Kutumbini. If you approach him, this shrinking family can be helped because he will give you enough money. If you approach him, you go him, you see him. You don't even have to ask him. That's not said, but that's understood. Aste aduna dwarakyam. These days he is in Dwaraka. Sa evam bhargaya vipro bahushaha prardhito mrudu ayam hi paramo labha uttama shloka darshana. He thought, okay, she is telling so much. My benefit is I will see my friend. Whether I will ask, whether he will give, that's secondary to me. This is an opportunity. My wife herself is asking me to go to Bhagavan. Otherwise, normal wife will shout, இங்க என்ன இருக்குதுன்ட்டு நீங்க அங்கெல்லாம் போய் சுத்திட்டு வரீங்க. So he thought this is a great blessing and he goes to see Bhagavan. Ayam hi paramo labha uttama shloka darshanam. Then he asked his wife, Api asi upayanam kinchit gruhe kalyani diyatam. Kalyani is calling in an affectionate this thing. Not her name is not Kalyani. Kalyani Is there something in house which I can take it to Bhagavan? Because how can I go empty-handed? But what is there in that house? So what did she do? Yachitva chetro muskim vipran pradakatandulan chailakandena tan badva bhatre prada upayanam. She went and asked for people, 5 people. They gave each 1/5 of beaten rice. That's called prudakatandula, avul. And in the torn cloth, she tore a piece, already torn sari. She tore a piece in that and bundled it and tucked in his again torn dhoti. Which will fall when God knows. Tam vilokya achyuto durat priya paryanka mastitaha sahasa uttaya chabhyakya dorbhyam parya gruhin muda athopavesya paryanke swayam sakyuhu samarkhanam upahrutya avanijyaya padau padavane dinihi. He was sitting with Rukmini Devi. Suddenly he gets up seeing him, rushes and hugs him with both these things and brings him and makes him sit with her where Rukmini was sitting. Now Rukmini forgot. And he himself went, brought water to wash his feet. See this. Everybody washes Bhagavan's feet. Bhagavan went to bring water to wash Kuchela's feet. And Agrahi Shirasa Rajan. After washing, that water he put it on his head. Bhagavan Lokapavanha. Bhagavan is the one whose very thought purifies the entire world. That Bhagavan takes this water from Kuchela's feet and sprinkles on his head. Velimpadu Divya Gandhena Chandana. He started anointing with Gandha, Chandana, Agaru Kunkumaihi, Dupaihi, Surabhi Mitram friend, Pradeepavalabi Muda, and then took, Deeparadhana. All the big Deeparadhana. Kuchelam, these servants, all of them seeing this, they are shocked. They are talking. Kuchelam, Malinam, Chamam, Dvijam, Damanisam Tatam, Devi Paryacharat Sakshat, Chamara Vijinen. What is this? Kings are waiting there with chariots in the gate. They sometimes wait hours and days. They cannot see. Any Brahmin, he should not wait. He can straight enter green channel. And this man comes, it's okay. But Krishna, what has happened to him? Antapurajano društva Krishnena Amalakir. This Krishna is run to him, hugs him, replaces Lakshmi by his side. What has happened? Amalakirti. He is not obliged to anybody because spotless this thing, the name he has, he is not obliged to anybody. Why is it? Vismito abhut ati pritya avadhuta sabhajitam. Kimanena krutam punyam avadhutena bhikshuna sriyahinena loke asmin garhitena adhamena cha. People who see him, such people with contempt, garhitena adhamena, considered lowest category in the world. Kimanena krutam punyam. What punya this man has done? You asau Triloka Guruna, by the Jagat Guru, Triloka Guru, Srinivasena, and in whose chest Lakshmi is there, Sambrutaha Parinkastam Sriyam Hitva, discarding his own wife, and he made him sit in the Paryanka, in the court, Parishkrutvo Agrajoyadha, and hugged him as his own brother. Everybody was wondering. Then Bhagavan asks Kuchela. They talk for a long time, and then I can't do the entire thing, you have to imagine. Then he asked Kuchela, Kuchela, you must have brought something for me. Kimupayanam Anitam Brahman me Bhavatah Gruhat. Enapa Konandirke. Anupai Uparuta Bhaktai Premna Bhurye Bhuryeva me Bhavet Bhuryapi Abhakyuparutam Nate Toshaya Kalpate. Even little given with love, to me it is plenty. Plenty given to me without love, that doesn't please me. Little with love makes me happy. Whole world given to me without love, I have no value.
Sweet box வாங்கிக்கலாம். நஷ்டம் அப்பா அப்பா கொடுக்கறதுக்கு. அம்மா வளம் கொடுக்கலாம்னு சொன்னா.
Pardon?
என்னம்மா?
Hello? Yeah. And then the verse from Gita is quoted here. Because after all, Gita is written by the same Vyasa. Patram pushpam palam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati tadaham bhakyupahrutam asnami prayatatmanaha. The one who gives me with devotion, patram, Rukmini Tulasi, pushpam Gajendra, palam Shabari, toyam Akrura, yome bhaktya prayachati, those who give me with love, tadaham bhakyupahrutam, that one given to me with devotion. Ashnami, I enjoy. Ityuktopi dujaha tasmai vridita pataye sriya prataka prasuti rajan na prayatcha davang mukha. Even though said so much by Bhagavan, having seen that palace, having seen that luxury, he did not have the guts to give him that. He felt shy and started looking down. He didn't take that bundle of beaten rice and give it to Bhagavan. But Sarva Bhutatma, the one who is in everybody's heart, he knows. Druk Sakshat Tasyagamana Karanam Vijnaya, knowing why he has come, Achintayan, thought like that, I am Sri Kamo Ma Bhajat Pura. In the past lives, he worshipped me for wealth, and that's why he came, and I want to bless him. And to bless him, I need some karma from him, some offering from him. Ittam vitintya vasanat chira baddhat dvijanmanaha swayam jahara kimidamati pradakatandula. Like that thinking, he himself pulled out that pradakatandula, that is owl, and started eating. Nanu yetad upanitam me parama prenadam sake tarpayanti angamma viramate pradakatandula. Kuchala, you brought beaten rice. Nothing else pleases me as much as this. Oh, what a lovely thing you brought for me. Iti muslim sakrut jagat jagdva dvitiyam jagdumadate. Saying this, he took one fist of owl, that beaten rice, started taking the second. Tavat Sri Jagruhe. Lakshmi held his hand. This is why you have wives. When he was taking poison, Parvati choked his throat. And here Lakshmi holds his hand and says, Etavatalam Viswatman Sarva Sampat Samruddhye Asmin Loke Adava Amushmin Pumpam Toshakar. Bhagavan, one fist you have taken. You have to give him all the worlds. You take the second fist. You have nothing to give. I have to go as his servant. I have to go as his servant. That's why I stopped. And then both of them, bhuktva, pitva, took their food and took drinks. Drinks doesn't mean your hard drinks, because the word there also is lovingly used, pitva. Bhuktva, pitva, right? Sukham mene atmanam swargatandra, both felt there in heaven. So bhute vishwabhavena swasukhena abhivadita jagama swalayam tata patyam anurajya nanditaha. Next day morning, he took permission and left. He came with torn clothes. Bhagavan did not give him new clothes. and he came walking. Bhagavan did not send him in his chariot. He could have given him new clothes. He could have given him his chariot. He could have given some money back. No. Why? He doesn't want his friend be a receiver from him. He wanted to maintain his dignity. He didn't want his friend to be a receiver from him. So he didn't offer any of those things. But when this man goes to his house, he's wondering, what happened? Where did I come? Did I miss my way? There is a palace here. My house. I thought my house is here. And as he was wondering, some ladies, like models dressed with the entire jewelry shop, are all coming. 27 daughters and the wife and the servants, all decked with the best of jewelry coming. He was wondering, who are all these? And meanwhile, all the town, when they were poor, nobody bothers. Now that they know they reach, all the town with all the Nadaswaram and all that came to receive him. And then his wife comes and says, Bhagavan, it's all yours only. Thus, he enjoys Shreyas without losing his mind on Bhagavan. What is his attitude when Bhagavan didn't give? That is the most important thing. What's his attitude when Bhagavan didn't give? Kaham daridraha papiyan krishnaha sriniketanaha brahma banduriti smaham bahubhyam parirambitaha nivas. He didn't worry about the money not given. He is thinking, where am I Daridra? Where is he Lakshmipati? He hugged me like a brother. Huh? That's what he is thinking. He didn't think about the money. And then what? This is most important. Priya Duste Paryanke left his wife from the court. Bhrataram Yada, like his brother. Mahishya Vijita. And the wife has to do the chamara. Sramto Bala Vedana Hastaya. And why he didn't give me? Before he goes to home, this he thinks. This is the greatness. Why he didn't give me? Adanoyam dhanam prapya madhyanuchaihi namam smaret iti karuniko nunam dhanam me abhuri nada. That compassionate Lord, that glorious Lord, for a man without riches, when I get riches, he will forget me. With that loving kindness, he did not give me. What an attitude! What an attitude! That is Kuchela Paksha. Today our Ramesh Jayaramanji is doing both celebrations, Rukmani Kalyanam after this, and he is also giving Avul Prasadam to Bhagavan. So both Kuchela and Kalyanam. And now we do the Kalyanam, Rukmani Kalyanam. I had to read and explain. Nothing, no introduction you need. I already told you that is the final merger of the Jivatman with Paramatman. Having done the Katyayani Vrata Rasa Leela, this is the ultimate merger. Raja Asid Bhishmako Nama Vidarbhadipati Mahan. There was a king of Vidarbha. His name was Bhishma. Tasya Panchabhavan Putra Kanya Eka Varanana. He had 5 sons and 1 lovely daughter. 5 sons, he didn't give any adjective. What are the names? Rukmaha, Agrajaha. The eldest is Rukma. Rukma Rataha, the golden chariot. Rukma means gold. Rukma Rataha, Rukma Bahu, golden shoulders. Anantaraha, Rukma Kesha, golden hair. Rukma Mali, golden garland. Rukmini, Yesha, Swasa, Sati. Their beloved sister is Rukmini. Sa, Rukmini, Upasrutya, having heard, Mukundasya. Mukunda means one who gives moksha is Mukunda. Mukundasya, Rupa Virya Gunasrayaha, of his beauty, of his valor, of his qualities, of his prosperity. Gruhagataihi Giyamanaha. How did she hear? people come in those days. I experienced that because for some years I was in the village. They come singing, right? They are called Jangama Devaras. And today, there we respected them in the villages. After we came to city, even when they come, these people, beggars, are putting a lot of show and trying to chant and all that, exploiting. Our mind is corrupted. But that's not it. Their profession, they made it to sing the glories of God. Whatever they get, with that they used to be happy. They're called Jangama Devaras. They go from place to place, sing the glories of the Lord. That is why Gruhagataihi, people who came to the house, Giyamanaha, sang, Tam Mene Sadrushi Patim. She thought, I should get him as my husband. And what about Krishna? Tam Buddhi Lakshana Audarya Rupashila Gunasrayan Krishnascha Sadrushi Bharyam Samudhodum Manodade. He also, having heard about her, thought, I should have her as my wife. Bandhunam Ichatam Datum Krishnaya Bhaganim Tato Nivarya Krishna Dvid Rukmi Chaidyam Amanyata. All the people, father, sisters, all the relations wanted to give Rukmini to Krishna, but the son Rukma, he didn't want. He wanted to give it to Shishupala. He wanted to give her to Shishupala. Tadavetya Achita Pangi Vaidarbhi Durmana Bhusham Vichintyapta Dijam Krishnaya Prahinod Drutam. Knowing that, she was worrying, and then she saw a good Brahmana. You have to go to Bhagavan through a guru. So a Brahmana, she sent the message. And what is the message? And that Brahmana says it, it's in the form of a letter. That's why people say in the cinemas and that she wrote a letter. She didn't write a letter. But that Brahmana has a good memory. What all she said, it's in the form of a letter. He reads it out. Srutva gunan bhuvana sundara srunvatam karna vivaraihi harato angasapam rupam drusham drushimatam akilartha labam tvai achyuta avishati chittam atrapam me katva mukunda mahati kula shila rupa vidya vayo dravana dhama bhi atmatulyam dhirapatim kulavati now runita Kanyakale Nrusimha Naraloka Manobhiramam. Which lady, which girl wouldn't opt a person like you, having heard Srutva Gunan, Bhuvana Sundara, having heard all your gunas, which should be heard, Karna Vivaraihi, through these holes of the ears, Harato Angatapam, which takes off all the fatigue and all the inconveniences of all the body. Rupam drusham drushimatam akilartha labam. For those who have seen Krishna, they have got, by that vision, they have got all that has to be gained. Tvai achyuta avishati chittam atrapam me. My mind enters into you without any shyness. Atrapam me. No reservations. Katva mukunda mahati kula shila rupa vidya vayo dravana dhamabi. One who is exalted in everything, kula, shila, rupa, vidya, age, dravina, wealth, dhamabihi, about atmatulyam, like you, which girl will not want you to marry? Tanme bhavan kalu vrutapati angajayam atma pritischa bhavato atra vibho videhi ma veera bhagam abhimarshatu chaidya arad gomayuvat vragapatehe balam ambuja. Your land, let this offering to the land be not snatched by those jackals of Shishupala, etc. Purta Ishtam Datta Niyama Vrata Deva Priya Guru Vachanadiri Bihi Alam Bhagavan Pareshaha Aradito Yedi Gadagraja Yetyapanim Gurhanatu Bena Damagosha Sudadayaha Anye Bhavenitum Ajitaha Udvahane Vidarbhan Gupta Sametya Prutana Patibihi Nirmatya Chaidya. It's all one sentence he has written. What can I do? Bhagadendra Balam, Magadendra Balam, Prasakyamam, Rakshasena Vidina, Udvaha Virya Shulkam. In the Rakshasa tradition, marry me. How? If I had done enough of Ishta Purta, two types of rituals. Ishta Putrakamesti, like that, Yajnas, Yagas. Purta, like digging wells and planting trees, giving charities, they are all called Purta. If I done enough, Aradito Yedi Gadagrati, if I have worshipped God enough, right? You must come with all your force and take me in the Rakshasa method and marry me. And now she raises a doubt and answers. Antapura antaracharim anihatya bandhun tvam uddvahe katamiti. Come inside your palace. I without killing your relations, how will I take you? Katamiti, if you ask me, pravadami upayam, I will tell you how to do it. Purve adyuhu asti mahati Kuladeva Yatra Yasyam Bahihi Navavadu Girijam Upayata Yasya Angri Pankaja Rajaha Snapanam Mahanto Vanchanti Bumapati Iva Atmatamo Upahatye. Previous day, Janvasam, there is a thing where the girl is taken to Gauri temple for Gauri Vratam. At that time you come, because I'll be going in walking and it's quite a distance. From there you kidnap me, right? You could have said a decent word. Bhagavan took her, but our Prabhupada Maharaj, whose book I've been reading in the Veda verse, but for him we would have got word to word meaning, everything Bhagavata, 18,000 verses, every word to word. He himself uses the word in the heading itself. Krishna kidnaps Rukmini. Napanam Mahanto Vans. Na Agachat. I will tell you the previous day when I am going to Gauri Vratam to the temple, you please take me out. And why this Gauri Vratam? Here itself hinted, but later it will come with more clarity, I will tell you. Na agachat aribindacho naham me atra karanam. She is wondering, what's happened? I don't see Krishna at all. He didn't come. Sahapi nivartate adyapi mat sandesha harodvija. The person who took my message, he also has not come. Api mai anavadyatma drushta kinchit jugupchitam. Probably Krishna saw some blemish in me. Therefore, he has contempt for me. Mat panigrahane. He doesn't want to take me. Nunam na ayati. Probably that's the reason he has not come. Kruta udyamaha. Taking effort, pains, he didn't come. Durbhagaya na medhata na anukulo maheshwara. Devi va vimukha gauri. Rudrani girijasati. Rudrani gauri Shiva. They're all not favoring me. Yevam Bhatva Pratikshantya Govindagamanam. Thus, she is expecting Govindagamanam and she is worried also. At that time, she feels good omens. Vama Gurubujo Netra Spuran Priya Priya Bhashini Ata Krishna Vinit Dastaha Sayeva Dvija Santataha Anta Puracharim Devim Rajaputrim Dadarsha. And as she was worried, she gets good omens, the left eye and all that. The left part shivering for ladies is good omen. So, and that time she sees that Brahmana coming. Tasya aveshat praptam. That Brahmana with so many people cannot tell everything. And he uses a word which can be taken anyway by others. Praptam, he said, you have achieved praptam shamsa sa yadunandanam. And she understood Yadunandana has come. Asyaiva bharya. And this very interesting. See, we saw yesterday, day before yesterday, that when all troubles were coming to Krishna, they said we should vacate the place and they all go to Vrindavan. And I told you only few things where Krishna saved them without his problems. His problems he solved. Their problems, I told you 3, but actually there are many. The one problem was saving from Varuna, Nanda Baba, then 2 times from fire, and then the Kali and Ardhana, and then that fellow, Kubera's son, trying to put them in a cave and hide them, all these various things. So, at that time, all people left Gokula for Vrindavan, for one man. Here, you see what a sacrifice. These ladies are telling, all the ladies in that place, Tasya avedayat praptam shimsa sa yadunandanam asyaiva bharya bhavatum Rukmani arhati na apara. Rukmani should be the wife of only Krishna, no other person. That's not big. Next is very big. Asau api anavadyatma bhaishmya samuchitapatihi kinchit sucharitam yatnaha tena tustaha triloka kruti anugrahnat gruhnat vaidarbhya panimach. Triloka krut. If that Brahma, if that God, let him take all the punyas we did. All the punyas we did, let him take and make Rukmani the wife of Krishna. Who has this guts to offer their punya? They say all our punya, let God take and make Rukmani the wife of Krishna. Right? And then she goes to the temple on the way. Namasye Tvambike Abhikshanam Susantana Yutam Shivam Bhuyat Patirme Bhagavan Krishna Tadanamodatam. Gauri Amma, like your family, Shiva, on one side Ganesha, on another side Muruga. Please give me a family like that also and make Krishna my husband. You know, Kapali temple I used to go every day. At one place there was a photo like this. Ganesha on one side, Muruga on one side, Shiva and Parvati. These tourists come. The guide is telling them, this is his family photo. This is his family photo. That is why Gauri Vratam. No other God has such a beautiful, perfect family. Krishna's even children, all problems. When Pradyumna was born, he was thrown into the sea. Aniruddha kidnapped. Pradyumna kidnapped. And not only that, which family you can show 1,600 wives? If you show one, others will get a problem. So no God has such a family. You only Shiva has a perfect family. That is why Gauri Vratam before marriage. Mam vichate nrupatayaha. And then, as she was going to the thing, see the fate of these other kings. Yam vichate nrupatayaha taduraha savrida valoka iti cheta savujjita astraha petuhu chitahu gajarata swagata vimuda yatram chalena haraye arpayatim shashobham. These people are enamored by her beauty, their clothes, their angavastrams, their their bows, arrows, all fell. They also fell down from the horses, seeing her beauty. But Krishna alone, she, with a cunningness, showed her beauty to him. Tam Rajakanyam Rasam Aruruchatim Jahara Krishno Dvishaso Shamichitam. That Rajakanya who is wanting to get into the chariot, Krishna took her with his hand. That's called Panigrahanam. Asadvidam to, and then they came to fight, and then Rukmini came and Krishna wanted to kill. Rukmini said, my marriage day, my brother should not be killed. Then he defigured him and tied him to the chariot. Then Balarama saw, first day itself is done. What will Rukmini think? It's a Rakshasa family. So he tried to pacify. And when pacifying, what he does? He has 1,000 mouths, but 2 mouths, 2 tongues he talks. That is, the same thing has 2 meanings. Asadvitam toya Krishna, Kurtam asmad jugupsitam vapanam smashrushokenam vairu. Krishna, நீ என்ன பண்ணப்பா, அசாத்தியம், இப்படி அவனை விரூபமா பண்ணிட்டியே, இது as good as killing him. இப்படி பண்ணிருக்கலாமா? பந்துஹு வதாஹ தோஷோபி ந பந்தோ வத. Relations, even if he deserves to be killed, should not kill. And then what? The second tongue. Kshatriyana ayam dharmaha prajapati vinirmitaha bhratrapi bhrataram hanyat. Normal person should not kill his kith and kin. Kshatriyas, even if his brother, should kill him. Yena gora tarastataha. He says, and somehow pacifies Rukmini. And then what happens? And then he chides Rukmini also after doing all that. Taveyam vishama buddhi sarvabhuteshu durpudam yan manyase sadab bhadram Bhadram Agnavate Suhridam Sada Bhadram Suhridam Bhadram Agnavate. This is your problem, madam. You see all people who are inimical to your good friends and good people, you see them as good. That's your problem. Your assessment is wrong because of your attachment. And then that's over. Bhagavan Bhishmaka Sutam Evam Nirjitya Bhumipan Puramani Vidivat Upayeme Kurudvaha. Bhagavan brought her to Dwaraka and Vidivat, in a proper way, got married. What is this proper way, improper? First, Rakshasa Vidhi, he took her. That itself is marriage, when you held the hand, Panigrahanam. And then here regularized. Today also in marriages, first you do the marriage, then sub-registrar comes and registration done. Like that, the marriage was done. That is Rukmini Kalyanam. Now our floor is handed over to our great Apat Bandhu, Ramesh Jayaramanji. Whatever he does, we will see. Ramesh ji, floor is open to you. All of us will watch.
Uncle, can I sing a bhajan on Krishna's wedding?
Yeah, do.
Or
Should I?
Yeah.
If Ramesh is doing, then I will do afterwards.
okay,
Or should-
I will do. Okay, first one I will do.
Okay.
See, 1 minute, please. Just
Quickly, please.
yeah. Ha.
அவன் ஆன் பண்ணிட்டேன் லாகின் பண்ணிட்டேன்
बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राह
We are not seeing.
तके बाला
Not visible.
बाल बाली कईक से पूछे कहाँ है मुरली बाला रे बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राह सके ब्रिज बाला कोई न जाए कुंज गलिन में कुछ बिन कलियां चुनने को तरस रहे हैं जमुना के तट धुन मुरली की सुनने को अब तो दरस दिखा दे नटखट क्यों दुविधा में डाला रे बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राह तके ब्रिज वाला संकट में है आज वो धरती जिस पर तूने
What happened? It's cut.
आज वचन वो गीता में जो तूने दिया कोई नहीं है तुझ बिन मोहन भारत का रखवाला रे बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राह सके ब्रिज बाला बड़ी देर भई नंद लाला तेरी राह तके ब्रिज बाला.
Ramesh ji, let us see what's happening behind the scene.
Yeah, I will put on.
Yeah. Yeah, all of you see the marriage.
I will be recording also as a separate video and sending.
Pardon?
Are you able to see?
You do whatever you want, just let it be open. You don't.
Okay. No, are you able to see the vigrahams?
Yeah, we are seeing. We are seeing.
Okay. So when you want me to start, I will start.
You start right now.
Okay. Okay, Guruji. Gurubhyo Namaha.
You start right now.
Okay.
Achyutaya Namaha. Anantaya Namaha. Govindaya Namaha. केशव नारायण माधव गोविंद विष्णु वसुनाथ त्रिविक्रम वामना श्रीधर ऋषिकेश पद्मनाभ दामोदर शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये. मोपात समस्त दुष्टक्षय द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थं प्रातः सर्वदा विघ्नेश्वर पूजां करिष्ये. विघ्नेश्वर ध्यानं. ओम गणानान्वा गणपतिगुं अवामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्. ओम महागणपतये नमः. ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः. ओम विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. आसनं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. पाद्यं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. आद्यं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. आचमनीयं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. स्नानं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. स्नानानन्तरम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. वस्त्रयुग्मं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. यज्ञोपवीतं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. गन्धान् धारयामि. गन्धोपरि हरिद्रा कुङ्कुमं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. आभरणं समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. अक्षदान् समर्पयामि. विघ्नेश्वराय नमः. पुष्पमालां समर्पयामि.
Your picture is still, there is no motion. We are not seeing. Your
No?
picture is still.
I put the video.
Yeah, please put the video.
I put the video.
Anyway,
I will be anyhow sending in the. I am also recording. I will be sending in the group.
no, let us now participate, sir. We should
Okay.
participate.
Yeah, but I don't. I have put it on. I don't know.
இல்ல இல்ல இப்படி காமிக்கணும் அண்ணா உங்க
Okay,
முகத்துல
இப்ப
தெரியாதோ
see,
நான் எடுத்து
now
கையில விட்டு-
இல்ல இல்ல
அவ்வளவுதான்,
still-
பண்ணுங்க, சீக்கிரமா பண்ணுங்க.
okay.
சீக்கிரமா பண்ணுங்க. டைம் ஆச்சு.
धूपम् आग्रापयामि, दीपम् आग्रापयामि, धूपं दीपानन्तरम् आचमनीयं समर्पयामि. சரி உமா அது தாலி கொண்டா நம்ம தாலி. ஸோ இப்போ தாலி கட்டுற வைபவம் பண்ணுவோம்.
அண்ணா அது இது வீடியோல இது தெரியுற மாதிரி வச்சா தெரியுமா? ஓகே
வேலை
சரி
சரி.
குருஜி நான் மாலை சாத்தினால் பாடட்டுமா?
எங்க இருக்கு அது தாலி? இதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அந்த மந்திரத்தை சொல்றேன். मांगल्यम तंतुनादेन मम जीवित हेतुमा कंठे पत नामि सुबहे संजीव सरसा सतम. तो இப்ப அதெல்லாம் கட்டி தாலி காட்டுறேன். இப்ப தெரியுதா?
தெரியல, ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியல, ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியல. சீக்கிரமா பண்ணுங்க.
Okay. Now, okay. So,
பண்ணுங்க பண்ணுங்க. ரைட்.
கிருஷ்ணர் கையில வச்சிட்டு
மறுபடியும் ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியும். ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியல.
லேப்டாப் மேல எடுத்து காமிச்சேன்னா தெரியுதா?
இப்ப தெரியுதா?
தெரியுது. இப்ப சீக்கிரமா பண்ணுங்க சார். சமயத்துக்கு தகுந்தபடி நம்ம மாத்திக்கணும். நம்ம அப்படியே தான் பண்ணணும்னு இருக்க முடியாது, டைம் இல்ல.
தெரியுதா?
தெரியுது தெரியுது.
தாலி கட்டினது அது. ஓகே, அவ யார் பாடுறாங்க பாட்டு. நான் நிவேதி எப்ப பண்ணும் அப்புறம் நிவேதி பண்ணாம ஒரு பாட்டு பாடுறது யாரும் சொன்னால பாட்டு பாட்டு.
I think Girijaji wanted to sing Malai Satrinath.
Yeah, பதன் இப்ப தாலி கட்டியாச்சே.
ஆனந்தம் ஆனந்தம் ஆனந்தமே அது பாடுவோம். அது பாடுவோம் யாராவது.
இவரு நாளைக்கு தான் பண்ணுவாங்க.
You want to finish quickly? சரி
சார், நீங்க சமயத்துக்கு தகுந்தபடி அட்ஜஸ்ட் பண்ணுங்க சார். எல்லாரும் போகணும் சார். நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்கன்னு தெரிய மாட்டேங்குது, லேட் ஆகுது.
ஓம் பூர்புவஸ்வஹ தத்சவிதுர்வரேண்யம் भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् देवसवितः सत्यं तत्तेन प्रशंसामि अमृतः गोमस्तनमसि प्राणाय स्वाहा अपानाय स्वाहा ज्ञानाय स्वाहा उदानाय स्वाहा समानाय स्वाहा ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा श्री महागणपते नमः श्री ललित देवी यानी समित स्वरूपिणी स्वामिने नमः रुक्मिणी कृष्ण समेत सर्वेभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमो नमः घृतकुल अन्नम அவல் என்னமா அவல்
வெள்ளவல்
வெண்ணவல் सर्वं कदली फलम आम्र फलम जम्बूक फलम सर्वं निवेदयामि निवेदानन्तरम् आचमनीं समर्पयामि भोगिफलसमायुक्तं नागवल्लीघलयुक्तं कर्पूरचूर्ण संयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृह्यतां कर्पूर नीराञ्जनं दर्शयामि संसोपचारं समर्पयामि पुष्पाणि पूजयामि
दीवाराधना
राजाधिराजाय तथैय साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कूर्महे समेका महान्ता मथामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः गो वै दादु परप्रो वेदान्ते च प्रतिष्ठितः तस्मै प्रकृतियस्य सत्यपरस्य महेश्वरः कर्पूरनीराञ्जनं दर्शयामि संस्कृत्यारं समर्पयामि पुष्पाणि पूजयामि எல்லாருக்கும் ஆர்த்தி எல்லாருக்கும் தெரியுதா இப்ப
எழுந்து நின்று அந்த படத்தை காமிக்கோ தெரியும் எழுந்து நின்று இவரை காமிக்கோ கிருஷ்ணரை
தெரியுதா என்ன எனக்கு ஒரு வால்யூம் சவுண்டும் கேட்கல
தெரியுது we can see
இத புடவை எல்லாம் காமிச்சிடுங்க எல்லாத்தையுமே அப்படியே
கொஞ்சம் கீழ டர்ன் பண்ணி காமிச்சேன்னா தெரியும்
கீழ டர்ன் பண்ணி காமிக்க சொல்றேன்
இப்ப தெரியுது அழகா தெரியுது கொஞ்சம்
எல்லாத்தையும் நைவேத்தியம்
சாரி கேட்கல எனக்கு சவுண்டே கேட்கல இதுவே வரல
இங்க இதெல்லாம் காமிச்சிடுங்க இங்க எல்லாம் காமிச்சிடுங்க ஹலோ கேக்கு கால் இருக்காளா யாராவது
yes we can hear you
ஓகே
முடிஞ்சு போச்சா
முடிஞ்செடுத்து ஆரத்தியும் காமிச்சாச்சு நைவேத்தியம் காமிச்சாச்சு
சரி அப்போ யாரோ பாடணும் நாங்கள பாட சொல்லுங்க அம்மா யாரோ கிரிஜாம்மா பாடுங்க
எனக்கு வாய்ஸே வரல
கிரிஜாம்மா பாடுங்க மமதா கோயில் ரெண்டு பேரும் பாடுங்க அதுக்கப்புறம் மங்களம்
ஆனந்தம் ஆனந்தம் I think somebody can sing that
இல்ல நான் வந்து இந்த மாலை சார்த்தி நாள் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணிருந்தேன்
சீக்கிரமா ஏதாவது பண்ணுங்க டைம் ஆகுது
சரி
Mamta ji do you want to sing?
Okay, I want to sing. जरी की पगड़ी बांधे सुंदर नैनो वाला जरी की पगड़ी बांधे सुंदर नैनो वाला कितना सुंदर लागे बिहारी कितना लागे प्यारा कितना सुंदर लागे बिहारी कितना लागे प्यारा कानों में कुंडल साजे सिर मोर मुकुट विराजे कानों में कुंडल साजे सिर मोर मुकुट विराजे सखियां पगली होती जब जब होठों पर बंसी बाजे सखियां पगली होती जब जब होठों पे बंसी बाजे है चंदा ये सांवरा है चंदा ये सांवरा तारे हैं ग्वाल बाला कितना सुंदर लागे बिहारी कितना लागे प्यारा कितना सुंदर लागे बिहारी कितना लागे प्यारा जरी की पगड़ी बांधे सुंदर नैनो वाला कितना सुंदर लागे बिहारी कितना लागे प्यारा बोल कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की
जय थैंक यू கிரிஜாம்மா பாடுங்க டைம் ஆயிடுது
Can I sing a song, uncle?
சீக்கிரமா பண்ணணும் யார் பண்ணணும்
ஆனந்தம் ஆனந்தம் ஆனந்தமே பரமானந்தமானந்தமானந்தமே ஆனந்தம்
அவன் தெரியுதா
ஆனந்தமே ஆனந்தம் ஆனந்தமே ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணர் மணமகனானாரே நம்ம ருக்மிணி மணமகனானாளே வந்தவர்க்கம் பார்த்தவர்க்கம் ஆனந்தமே ருக்மிணிக்கும் கிருஷ்ணருக்கும் ஆனந்தமே நாம் செய்த பூஜா பலனும் இன்று பலித்ததம்மா நாம் செய்த பூஜா பலனும்